Super Mario Party Jamboree is the most recent entry in the Mario Party series. Of the 3 Mario Party games on the Switch, I would say it's the best. The game does so many things right. There are a lot of different modes to play, a good variety of boards, and tons of mini-games. But at the same time, I would say there's a lot of things that do take away from the experience, and that's what I'll be focusing on in this video. Before I start complaining, I do want to take a moment to focus on the positives of the game. In my opinion, the biggest positive is all the ways you can play the game. Apart from the Mario Party mode and Minigame Bay, you can find other modes such as Bowser Kaboom Squad, a mode where you and up to 7 other players work together to defeat Imposter Bowser by launching bombs at him, and playing minigames to collect items which will help speed up your progress or slow Imposter Bowser down. Another way you can play the game is in Rhythm Kitchen, a fun rhythm game mode where you and up to 3 other players can play a short set of rhythm-based minigames with the goal of achieving a 5-star ranking at the end. Getting into the negatives, I'll start with Toad's Item Factory, in my opinion probably the worst side mode in the game. The goal is to use different objects that are color-coded to the Joy-Cons, and you have to use motion controls to guide 3 balls to the end of 3 different stages in each level. The modes by itself isn't bad, but when it came to the later stages, that's when I stopped having fun. For starters, the mode's entirely centered around motion controls, which isn't a problem. Motion controls can be fun, but for me, it took away from the enjoyment. I constantly found myself having to pause so I could reset the motion controls due to my hands being in weird and awkward positions. Another issue I have with the mode is not being able to change the color of the objects. The way you control these objects is with motion controls. The objects are color-coded to correspond to one of the Joy-Con, blue being the right Joy-Con, and red being the left Joy-Con. The way I played the mode was with my red Joy-Con being on the right and my blue on the left, so I was at a disadvantage of having swapped colors and not being able to change them. To my knowledge, I don't even think there is a way to change them. Take that and combine it with motion controls that just felt weird. Yeah, not a fun experience. When it comes to the minigames, I would say overall, they're pretty good. There are some real standout minigames in here, such as Tiny Triathlon and DK's Conga Line. There are also minigames that I'm not a big fan of, and those ones are primarily the motion control games. For the sake of time, I'll only talk about 2 minigames, Lost and Pound and Stone Eye Bowling. Starting with Lost and Pound, it's a 1v3 minigame where the 1 picks a spot to hide, these spots corresponding with the A, B, Y, and X buttons, and the 3 have to try and hit the 1 3 times within 3 rounds. It's not uncommon for 1v3s to kind of favor one side or the other, but Lost and Pound feels too heavily sided in the 3 side. If you're playing with friends or family, then the 3 can easily just talk to each other and make it almost impossible for the 1 to win. If you're playing with CPUs, the first 2 rounds may go well, but come round 3, it seems a majority of the time the CPUs will all just commit to the spot the 1 goes, resulting in a loss for the 1. Moving on to Stone Eye Bowling, this is one of the 5 dual minigames that can appear. The goal of Stone Eye Bowling is to knock down more pins than your opponent with 1 stone ball you're each given. The challenge comes from the slope you roll your ball down, being covered in sand piles that can change the path of your ball. The majority of the time, when I play this game, I find my ball just wants to slide against the wall and I end up hitting no pins. But the one time I did do well in this game, I was able to knock down 8 pins, but as the game decided that the CPU should win, the CPU just got a strike, which was really cool and did not make me upset at all. Lastly, we have online play. Jamboree is the second game in the series to have online play. When it comes to online play with the side modes in Jamboree, it's honestly fine. You might just be sitting there for up to 30 seconds and then you'll be in a game. It's primarily when you're trying to play the Mario Party mode with randoms, that's when it becomes an issue. Going back to Superstars, when you were selecting a board, you could select all the boards you wanted, like all 5 of them if you wanted to. And there was even a little symbol that would indicate which boards were more popular in the moment. As a result, this would just lead to pretty quick wait times. You would be in a game within seconds after selecting your boards. Jamboree just entirely ruins that. Now you can only pick 1 of the 7 boards, and there's no indicator for which boards are popular in the moment. So this just results in, from my experience, longer wait times. One of the last few times I tried playing with randoms online, I didn't even find any players. I sat there for about 4 minutes only to end up with 3 computers. Despite my complaints, I still do really enjoy Jamboree. Most of my issues don't really take away from the experience. Honestly, all of them could really just be solved with just a simple update. But even if those problems don't get fixed, I'll still enjoy the game regardless. I'll just avoid the parts of the game, mainly Mario Party with randoms, that I don't enjoy. Thank you guys for watching. I've been enjoying making these types of videos where I just talk about things that I'm passionate about. If you enjoyed, consider liking and subscribing, but no pressure though. My enjoyment with uploading is getting to share my art journey along with wanting to entertain people. That's all from me for now. See you next time. Bye bye.